Full Sport Press.
Yeah. No layup line, no warm-ups, no nothing. We just walking right into the stadium, get into the game. Let's do it. When the beat on, then it's on. Wearing our right jerseys on the road, cause how we feel where we roam is our home. Leaving these other podcasts null and void. The show can't miss something like Tom Shepard and corduroys. Full Sport Press, you know them boys. Jay run the point, lock for three, and me, I crash the boards. Weezy told you that it's paid for.
Full Sport Press.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Press Podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am Jay Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What it do?
Fist bump.
What it do?
For sure. Cameraman, how you doing, brother?
Two. Thumbs
And
up.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands.
It's jazz hands.
He got to get rid of the
Yeah, jazz ain't gonna do it.
It
bro.
was spicy. It's a spicy ass
it
hand.
is.
Franchise, how you doing,
I'm
brother?
wonderful, man. How about yourself?
For sure.
Holiday
I'm good.
season.
Hey, man, it's here. For
Yeah.
sure you finished your Christmas shopping yet?
Better question. Have I started?
Ooh, that's you. You the last year, no, for sure. I remember a couple of years we first started doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Cameraman can attest to this.
Yeah.
Jeff was going Christmas Eve to go shopping.
Yeah.
You're sick.
If it weren't for COVID, I would still do it now.
No, you're sick. Everything's online,
yeah,
Jeff.
everything.
Yeah. The dad in the house. What's up, Pops? How
What
you
up?
doing, man?
What's going on?
You finished your Christmas shopping yet?
Yeah, I'm about finished.
You about done?
About done.
That's what's up, man.
Sounds
Nice
awesome.
seeing you, man.
You
Fancy
too.
seeing you today, dog.
Huh?
Oh,
Never mind.
man. It's all good.
Episode 398. It's okay. We are having a convo about David versus Goliath. Can HBCUs compete with the Power 5's?
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
You better damn know it.
Better than believe it.
Let's kick it off. Best of the week, Weezy. What you got, buddy?
Best of the week for me, man. TSU Tigers, man, on a 3-game winning streak.
Uh-oh.
Go Tigers. Shout out to Coach Penny, man, getting them boys ready to roll. Playing through adversity, man. Shout out to TSU.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Land of the Golden Sunshine, for sure, man.
They rolling now.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to my guys, for sure. Best of the week, Jeff. What you got?
Oh, man, you know, Buffalo Bills have played on TV 5 times this week, you know, national broadcasted games. So I hate to say this, but it feels good to get a lot of phone calls and text messages, cameraman saying, yeah, man, you know what? You was right about Josh Allen.
Now people definitely say, hey, the narrative has changed
It
about
has.
Josh Allen.
It has. Because there's a lot of y'all had to watch that stuff I had to watch as a Bills fan. I had to sneak and get, you know, streams or get the league pass to watch all the Bills games. Now they're on TV a lot more. It's like, you was right.
He was right.
Yeah.
Sure.
It feels good.
Yeah, it does. It should, brother. My best of the week is Fred Van Vliet. He announced that he's starting a University of Toronto scholarship fund for Black and Indigenous students. He is also committed to mentoring the selected recipient each year. Major claps to Fred Van Vliet for sure. Big deal.
Shout out
for
to
sure.
Van Fleet.
Freddie Van Vliet. What
Van
college did he go to, Weezy? You know this one. You got this one,
Yeah, I
dog.
know this one.
Yeah.
Wichita.
Yeah!
Yeah, I knew that one.
Yeah, I knew you had that one.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Yeah.
He beat my Vanderbilt boys in the final.
For
final
sure. Look at you. Hey,
That was
man,
iron.
that was rough. Worst of the week, Jeff. What you got?
Man, video game related. So I'm playing my franchise, my season on Madden.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've been experiencing this because you're next gen guy. I'm not next gen yet. we all ain't
There
able.
you go.
Have you noticed that your star players, after a certain period of time, just take themselves out of the game now and don't come back? You can't sub them in. You can't find them on your depth chart. It just after a certain
right.
if you've had too many snaps the game before or you're in practice, they just disappear. Man has tried to fix the glitch. It doesn't fix.
I didn't know that.
So just pay attention. If your player's fatigued and you got the game in hand, take him out because next week he won't be there after the first quarter.
Dude, that's crazy.
So
it's too real.
It will disappear.
Yeah.
Like you can't even like he'll be there listed.
Yeah.
Like you can sub him in. Won't
Right.
sniff the court, sniff the field.
That's rough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in the game. for
Literally.
sure.
They trying
It's
to
in
make
the
that
game.
shit real. That's crazy.
Yeah. Worst of the week, Weezy. What you got?
Rest of the week, man, D-Hop going down, man, on Monday night.
Hurt your boy.
That hurt. Hope he can bounce back for the playoffs, but D-Hop.
No, for sure. He ain't got no Titans jersey, but he allegedly got a Kyler Murray jersey.
Ain't nothing alleged.
You said it's alleged.
I never said that. You
He's
said
never
that.
won that. He's never won that jersey.
I have the jersey,
won
bro.
a
He hasn't won the jersey. So like, Now what?
He wanted a photo shoot.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He
No.
said I should have.
I
And
have
let
a
me know
Kyler Murray black jersey, bro.
He wore a black Kyler Murray jersey for the photo shoot.
On me. I'm telling you, Jeff. He's
Huh?
never worn that jersey.
Okay.
Have you worn the jersey before?
Not up here now.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
what
So
black
you-
jersey
no.
did you wear for the photo shoot?
Odell Beckham. So
It wasn't black.
It was brown.
It was burned.
It was definitely
listen.
brown.
So are you saying I don't have the jersey?
It could be Cap. That's all I'm at.
No,
It could be
yes,
Cap.
yes or no question.
No. What I'm
Yes,
saying
yeah,
is,
you said yes,
and
yes or
if-
no question.
I
Man,
get
the man.
it. It could just be Jefferson Street. That's what I want to wear. Yeah. My worst of the week is right back to Weezy. As we're coming in to do the podcast today. This is very recent.
Nah, that's bullshit. You
No,
can't
it
use
is.
that.
I'm
That's
telling you.
bullshit.
We sat down and I said, I got a Clark W. Griswold jersey that I wear to all the ugly Christmas sweater events. And I said, he's like, who's that? And I said, what? He said, who is that? I said, have you never seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? He said, oh, what is that? What type of movie is
I
that?
ain't say all that many times.
Yes, you did. Cameron,
You
make a
chill,
vouch for
Cameron.
that.
You chill.
You can
You
vouch
chill.
for that. You've never seen
never seen
National
movie, yeah.
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You don't even know what it is.
Whoopity do.
I'm
Big
just-
deal.
He's just mad because he got a paintball jersey. It ain't even paintball.
Oh, okay.
It's Cap. He got Cap jersey.
Make sure you check us
and
out.
it ain't Colin Kaepernick. He Cap ass jersey. Until we see it, it's Cap. Jeff,
Yes, sir.
you have 10 good wrestling seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start the clock.
This Wednesday night on AEW Dynamite, Hangman Page versus Bryan Danielson for the AEW Championship was a 60-minute Iron Man match to a draw. Many are calling it an instant classic. Most are calling it match of the year. Stop whatever you're doing. Find it on YouTube. Find it on demand. Best 60 minutes of your life you're going to spend if you're a wrestling fan. Great to see it. Heel Bryan Danielson is must-see TV. Couldn't wait to talk about it. So, yeah. And make sure you tune in each and every Thursday to the 808s and Chair Shots podcast. It's myself. Shout out to my co-host, Neek. And like we always say, you might not like it, but your auntie loves wrestling.
All right. Jesus Christ. All right. And now tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend
To tell a friend.
And tell a friend.
that the revolution will be podcasting. Before we get started, the first half, Weezy, do you have Yellow Box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners?
I know this week's award recipient is Las Vegas Raiders running back Josh Jacobs.
23-year-old Josh Jacobs has been accused of allegedly having as many as 8 children with 8 different women. Yeah. The source also claimed a 9th woman is expecting a child with Jacobs as well. After seeing his name tossed around in such a manner, Josh Jacobs felt it was best to address the situation head on. And he said, and I quote, "Internet is simply hunting for clicks and using his name to do so," end quote. He also suggested he may involve his legal team in the matter. Still, this won't be the first case of an NFL player boasting an incredibly large family. Former Jets, great, and Arizona, great cornerback Antonio Cromartie is infamously the father of 14 kids with 8 different women. Jesus Christ. Jacobs went on to say that indeed he has children, but not in fact the number that is being accused of a 23-year-old man. This thing. I understand having fun, shaking it, and things of that nature.
All the above.
But listen, man. Put the Jimmy on extra tight, dog. Put the Jimmy
No, put on extra tight.
You don't want to go out like Willie
You
Lump
don't want to go out like Willie Lump Lump. What the hell happened to Willie Lump Lump? What did Willie Lump Lump do?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a great question,
That's
right?
a great question.
Yeah, no, for
Was
sure.
Willie Lump Lump a real thing?
Yeah, that'll be. Yeah. This is the thing, though, and I understand having it and shaking it and having fun and things of that nature, man. But you're 23 years old, and in certain situations, man, that just can't be healthy for kids. And also, said yourself, like if you have 8 kids by 8 different women, somebody's gonna get left out in that situation, not getting the best treatment as a father to the kid, for sure. Did you know in certain states, though, if you have a total of 10 kids, you cannot get child support? Like child support is null and void after your 10th kid because they looking at the woman like, you damn fool.
Yeah.
Anyway, you laying down a person got 9, 10 kids anyway. You know what I'm saying? So after 10.
Shit, I said go for 10. If you got in that state, you gotta.
I mean, you still got to support them, baby.
Yeah, I mean that's better. Hey, they had them people out there. Go for 10.
Yeah, he did.
He said go for 10 like we're going for 2.
You going for 2?
Like you going for 2
I'm
points.
just saying. I know people that got 8. If they live in that state, they'll go for 10. I promise you they'll go for 10. They'll be happy as hell to go for 10.
Are you gonna take this to Josh Jacobs and you have a conversation?
Yeah, I'll holler at him.
Get it
I'll
to
holler
10.
at him.
You might as well get it to 10.
Might as well. If that's
Yeah,
the,
9 allegedly.
if that's the rule in that state, I'm gonna tell them go for 10.
This is the thing. Allegedly means that he has to go through paternity tests. You know, legally. You know, if
No,
a
we gonna
person
sit down-
asks for a paternity test, you legally have to.
We're gonna sit
go
down
through.
and analyze the situation.
Yeah.
And if that is part of the if that rule that you just stated
Yeah,
applies in that state,
yeah.
we're going for 10.
We're going for 10.
We gotta go for 10. Even it out. We gotta go for 10.
All right, so this is the thing.
I'm just telling you.
He allegedly has 9 kids. How many do you really think he has in real life? You got 6, can't remember.
I got 7.
You got 7. What you got, Weezy?
About a 4.
Yeah, I think he got 5. 5 for sure. Long nights in Vegas, dog.
Ain't long enough.
That's right. You with the Raiders. You guys ready to get started first half?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Hey, what it do with the business is, it's your man Animal Brown checking in from the On Deck TV show. Make sure you check out my podcast every Wednesday with my guy Spike Lou as we go over all things hip hop. All right, that's wherever you find podcasts. On Deck TV, tap in.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am J Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What it do?
Weezy, where can they find you on social media, my brother?
FSP_Weezy on IG. And I'm at How Weezy on Twitter. Holla at me.
Holla at you with the whisper. Nasty whisper. Jeff, what you got, dog?
I'm J Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
For sure, and I'm J Hove on Instagram and Twitter. Let's talk on Twitter, man.
Yeah.
Let's keep the conversation going on Twitter for sure. Jeff,
All right.
we're with the FSP Fantasy Football Playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Playoff edition.
Yes, sir.
Let's hear it.
The playoffs, J-Ho.
Huh?
The playoffs are starting this week.
You smiling, Jeff.
We righted the ship.
Yeah, no, for sure.
We righted the ship. We talked about it last week. It was a 3-team fight for the last place. Shout out to Parham. I know he's listening.
Yeah.
Parham lost his game. So he had a tiebreaker with me.
Yeah.
Beat Parham twice in the regular season.
Yeah.
That was a tiebreaker.
That's the
there
tiebreaker.
it is.
That's how that is.
So I made the playoffs. Shout out to
Oh,
Coach
okay.
Wayman. He was there as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Coach Wayman put up a valiant effort.
Yeah.
Playoffs is here.
Playoffs is here. Who in the
Playoffs is
playoffs?
here. Right now,
Yeah.
we got Twin is on a bye.
Mhm.
One time for Shane. First week of playoff bye. They both on the bye.
Sure.
First matchup in the playoffs. We got Price of the Brick going up. One time for Chaz at 9-4 versus Reagan and Vandalay International. Right now, Reagan is up by 26 points after the Thursday night game. A lot of things are up in the air on both teams because of this COVID outbreak we're having in sports right now.
Yeah.
But going by predictions, Chaz is projected to win that one. Then got myself, the Hurt Business at 6-8
He turned up.
versus TB12 memory loss.
Nah, he
One time for
turned
D
up right
Harris.
Hey, that's a friend. That's a friendship game.
Ah, man, it's rough.
That's a
If I
friendship
ever had a
game.
rivalry,
Yeah.
that's my guy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's been like that for a long time.
For sure.
Battle for left-handed supremacy.
Yeah.
We got to see who wins this one, man. Right now, we are projected to tie because,
Yeah.
again, a lot's going wrong with both rosters. We got to do some twinkling and, some figuring out.
Yeah.
That is your week 1 of the playoffs.
Sure.
That's it. All right. You're on a well, try to
Nah,
beat you. I know he's
I'm
listening.
on a cancellation
He's on a
game.
cancellation
Ain't
bye.
no award for that.
Yeah, you talking about that.
Ain't no award for that shit, man.
Come on, man.
We got to pay your money. That's
for
it.
sure.
Yeah, ain't no award for that
Oh,
shit.
and shout out to Weezy. Weezy rage quit in the fantasy football league. He hasn't set his lineup in 2 weeks. Weezy,
Oh, you
what-
quit like that? Come on, don't quit like that, bro.
Man,
Fight, man.
gonna leave me alone, man. For everybody that fancy, leave me alone about that shit. I ain't playing no more. Leave me alone about that.
At
man.
least when you go out,
my
let's play.
whole team, man.
Ah,
Somebody
man, I
kill
ain't finna go
somebody.
through that shit no
Derrick
more.
Henry, yeah, my whole
Man,
team.
Let's move on to the NBA. Stephen Curry is the 3-point king. 789 games. That's how long it took for my guy to cement himself as the greatest shooter in NBA history. After Tuesday's game, he set at 2,977 career three-pointers. He also holds the record for the most three-pointers in a season with 402. Most games with 10 or more three-pointers with 22. Most seasons leading the NBA in threes with 7. And most season averaging 5 made triples per game with 4. The question I have for you guys, will anybody ever surpass Stephen Curry as the 3-point king? Weezy, what you got?
I'll never say never, but nah, I don't think nobody ever surpassed him. People don't realize, like, when he broke that record, I got the same thing as like when when Hank Aaron broke the home run record.
Mm-hmm.
It was that same thing. Like we witnessed the greatest shooter ever in NBA history.
Yeah, most definitely.
And people need to think about it as a really big deal because, man, if you watch, I remember growing up in high school and you had to beg your coaches to have the green light and shoot a damn 3-ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Nowadays, it's just wide open. If you open, you shoot it.
Yeah, ruin the game. My dog ruined the game.
And
sure.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to have witnessed all three of these be broken. We saw Reggie Miller set the record. We saw Ray Allen. And I remember saying to shout out to Black, I know you listening. I was on Black House when Ray Allen broke the record, and we said Steph gonna get it.
Oh yeah,
like because he was coming at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we knew the game was coming. We knew that we knew Ray didn't have enough lead after he broke the record when he retired. That Steph was gonna get this. The thing about it is Steph has 4 years left, maybe.
No, I mean, he just 33. So, his game is gonna.
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna roll well into his 40s.
I don't know about 40, but he's definitely gonna play till LeBron's age. He'll play 36, 37.
No,
maybe more. Even still, his game, he won't have to be the number one guy
for sure.
So much has to fall right for somebody to break this record. And no disrespect to Steph, he has to come into a situation where he has a Clay and he has a Draymond, to where he doesn't have to do as much heavy lifting everywhere else, to where his offensive game can speak the volumes that it does. I don't think with Steph having another 4 or 5 seasons to get this league, pad this stat, I don't think we see this.
Yeah, no.
Like Steph Curry now, he's on the bucket list for a farewell tour. Like that's on my bucket list now. When he announces he's done, I gotta go watch his final game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like Weezy mentioned, this is one of those like Cal Ripken type streaks, consecutive games. DiMaggio's 56 game hitting streak. Wilt's 50-point. That's never going. Nobody's ever averaging 50.
Nah.
Wilt averaged 50.
That's rough.
That's never gonna happen. Wayne Gretzky got 9 MVPs, y'all.
Yeah, don't forget that.
That's nuts.
Yeah, don't forget that.
I was doing some research. I said, damn, this is one of those, man. Yeah. I think it's one of those things, if, like Jeff was saying, it depends on how long he plays, but I don't think it's out of the reach for him to reach 5,000 career three-pointers made if he stays healthy. Like, if he doesn't have any debilitating injuries going into 37, 38, 39, he's on pace for 400 three-pointers this season. Yeah. He'll finish right around 3,200 at the end of this season. He's averaging right around 13 per game this season. He maintains that.
13 attempts.
13 attempts, yeah. I mean,
it can happen.
There's a case, dog, that Steph Curry, for sure, is the best shooter. But him being a shooter, he's better than any other athlete at any other skill in any other sport. You see what I'm saying?
His shooting slider is so high.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like for example, Mike Trout is the best home run hitter. Like Steph is the best 3-point shooter as far as a skill than any other athlete. Anybody like Usain Bolt speed, like Steph. You see what I'm saying?
I know like Tom Brady's better quarterback. He's the best quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
Steph Curry's the best.
Yeah, but I'm saying his skill, like his skill set.
Is his 3-point shot better than Peyton Manning's QB vision on Madden?
Exactly.
You know, okay.
I'll never forget how they did Vic.
Oh my god!
They gave him a damn.
Oh my god!
We had a damn bay window, and
you had to tuck and run.
Yeah, you better tuck and run because he couldn't make no throws. It was trash. Shout out to Steph Curry, man. Ruin the game, Steph.
Oh my god!
Speaking of ruining the game,
oh man! After countless controversies, countless reasons where he should have been fired, the Jacksonville Jaguars finally said, "Enough is enough." And they got Urban Meyer out of there. He was fired a little bit after midnight Eastern time on Thursday morning. J-Ho, what took so long?
Oh, man. This is my coach.
Yes.
This is my coach. My favorite coach. You know, I mean, God, man. 2-11 is trash, man. I thought at least he would make it to year 2. Nah, dog. But here's the thing about white coaches. They fail upwards. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Ty Willingham was in a situation, bro, like he did the same thing in Notre Dame. They hired Charlie Weiss. He came in, did the exact same thing, kept his job. You see what I'm saying? So even with the way that Urban left this squad, man, and you're dealing with NFL players and assistant coaches, man, it's doubtful that he'll ever coach the NFL again. That's
Hell no.
Nobody will ever take that chance. But some colleges are so desperate to get a person that can win games and overlook almost anything other than like some Sandusky type stuff.
Yeah.
I think to win big. I think he'll be coaching by 2023 at the least.
Yeah.
Because Rick Pitino is coaching at Iona right
Don't
now,
forget.
dog. With all of this, she had hookers for his recruits.
And you can do that at Iona. Nobody
Come
cares.
on, man. Yeah, nah, for sure. So yeah, short term, nah. But 2023, I don't think he'll steep as low as to get on the staff at Alabama, like
That's
people
the
are saying.
rumor.
But
That's the rumor.
yeah, I think
but can he offensive coordinate? Can he? What will he do?
can Urban Meyer offensive coordinate?
In college football?
I've never seen him do it. He was a head coach.
He was the offensive bro. It was his offense. In
He didn't call no plays.
Florida. Urban Meyer. He's a dictator, dog. No, he controlled everything from Bowling Green to Utah to Florida to Ohio State. No. He's an offensive coordinator. Okay. Yeah, no, for sure.
I can see him in Alabama.
Oh my God.
Just if he wanted to just be around the game, come back and be around the game.
Yeah.
I can see it working. That's the rumor. Not the rumor. That's the speculation. I should say. That
senior
everyone
assistant.
It just be there.
Senior analyst, coach, assistant. Yeah.
And just to be around the game, and then next thing you know, Jacksonville didn't do him any favors this year. If we think about it, they fired him 2 weeks too late to get one of the great college jobs that he probably would have wanted. But then, of course, it's Urban, so he was one headache away anyway. So
for sure, for sure. A little chest pain.
Oh man,
What's crazy is they won more games than they lost last year.
2-11.
Yeah, they're having a better season than they are last year. If you think about it,
the way Urban went out, he went out so sad.
that handshake, I said, he ain't shaking my. What about the handshake?
Walking across the field, he was done.
He'll never coach in the NFL league.
He can't take it. He can't take it. Calling your coaches losers. I'm a winner.
That you hired. And you're talking about a winner in college, bro. You're talking about the NFL.
You kicked the grown man.
Yeah, he said he kicked Josh Lambo.
Hey, Lambo, I ain't gonna lie. Nobody kicking me. Anybody kicking me, dog.
He wanted out.
Yeah,
he wanted out.
Yeah, but no. He didn't want out.
He want to get fired. He didn't want to quit.
Yeah, he didn't want. No, he wasn't gonna quit because in turn he went and got his money.
That's what I'm saying.
He dead ass thought he was gonna coach next year.
Ain't no way. I don't think he wanted to, Jay.
Bro, Urban Meyer,
he looked pitiful.
No, because he's so used to winning.
Yeah,
you gotta think about it. He's won. Bro, he ain't even got 30 losses as a coach.
Yeah,
total
losses. Yes, that's tough.
He had 11 in 13 games.
This hurt. Like and how people just were cool about it.
Oh yeah,
somebody who's not used to losing, you come and just seeing that type of shit. That's driving him nuts.
He drove him nuts.
Yeah,
for sure. Before we get started with halftime, let's talk some college football. After an odd year, empty stadiums, college football is back at its best. Fans able to cheer on their teams. Weezy, did you go? Nah, you didn't. That was terrible. While this is a great thing for fans, it's also beneficial for their teams because ticket sales make up over a quarter of their revenue in a given year. Now, the teams with the highest revenues are traditionally the dominant programs of college football, as we'll kick things off. The number one team of all time as far as the college football's most valuable programs. Number one, University of Texas. Number two is Texas A&M. Number three is Michigan. Number four is Alabama. Number five is Ohio State. Number six is Oklahoma. Number seven is Georgia. Number 8 is Notre Dame. Number 9 is the University of Florida. And tied for 9th with going into 10th is University of Auburn. Mm-hmm. So out of these 10, right, these are historically winners. Who is the most valuable of those 10 minus Alabama?
It's on me.
Talking about money-wise?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if you were to be like, okay, this team out of these 10, right, you'd be like, okay, this team makes the most sense for them to be top 10. Who would you say?
Oh, I got my answer.
Oh, Texas A&M, Texas.
Yeah.
Really?
Easy.
That money in Texas is different.
It's different.
Real Cowboys down there.
And they don't. Here's the thing about them being 1-2 and tied for first. Really, they haven't won shit.
They ain't won damn.
Texas ain't won shit since Vince. Texas
And
A&M ain't won shit since Jimmy.
The University of Texas is paying the offensive lineman $50,000 a year.
They've been waiting for this. Texas is waiting for NIL stuff.
Yeah,
they've been waiting.
$50,000 a year.
Think about it, they have a Longhorn network.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's just a long.
It's just a long. Not the Big 12. Not the SEC. It's the Longhorn network.
Florida State is 14th with $96 million. That makes sense.
Yeah,
I think you guys have lost some of the revenue. as of late.
Absolutely.
But
I mean, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Vince Young is one of the biggest busts we've seen, right?
Vince Young is the biggest bust.
One of them. I'm saying one of them.
Manziel.
Right. What'd you say? Vince Young? and he has 3 steakhouses in Texas.
Mm. Yeah, he had a job at the University of Texas before he
Texas
went
is
into-
different.
Went all Vince on
we
it.
went Vince on it. Yeah. That's just crazy, man, to see the money in that.
Yeah.
Dude, Iowa's 21st, 89 million. Iowa.
That's tough. Yeah.
Iowa,
Big,
dog.
big boosters.
Huge boosters.
Yeah.
Nebraska's 20th with no money.
Where's SC in that?
SC is 18th.
Mm.
18th. University of Tennessee, 12th.
I can see that.
Ain't won shit.
Ain't won a damn thing.
Ain't won a damn thing. At least, like Florida State's won.
Yeah.
Oregon's never won one,
Multiple.
but because Oregon is Oregon. Though.
Yeah.
That's the Nike program.
Florida
They
on
got a
there?
great- they got a
What's
great
Florida?
booster.
We was ninth.
Yeah,
Nine?
top 10.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
top 10. I mean, you got to think about it too. Like we had some big coaches and stuff like that.
Vandy ain't on there.
Clemson, hell no. Clemson.
Well, no, don't do that. Vandy got plenty of money.
Nah.
They don't care
Not
about
enough.
sports,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
Vandy
bro,
about
y'all still
sports.
have metal bleachers. in
True
y'all
enough.
stadium.
Yeah, but we
If
got
we
plenty
gonna
of
be
money.
honest,
Yeah, y'all still
hate
got-
going to that
I
damn
hate
stadium,
that damn
bro.
stadium.
Yeah.
Clemson, 25th.
But go to the doctor. You'll love it. Go to the doctor. Vandy gonna
Clemson
take
is 25th.
That's not true. The doctor is. Never mind. We ain't gonna
Don't
Yeah,
do
you
that.
ain't
That's
gonna
not
go
that-
work on it.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna work.
But the Southeastern Conference, the most successful conference of the 21st century. Let's keep it real, Jeff. The most successful conference of the
Alabama.
The most conference.
Alabama.
The most successful conference.
Alabama.
LSU.
Georgia's there. LSU.
Georgia ain't won a damn thing. They ain't won a damn thing.
LSU
Georgia ain't won that.
They Georgia ain't won a damn
1980.
thing.
1980, dog.
Yeah, but they're every year.
They're every year.
They're the
They
top
ain't won a damn
four.
thing. They ain't had a
Anyway.
baby. They just pregnant. Had a miscarriage. They ain't won a damn game.
They lead the way
wrong
with
with you?
10 of the 25 most valuable teams. And that is followed by the Big 10 with 7 teams, the Pac-12 with 3, the SEC, and the Big 12 with 2 apiece.
Makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Surprised if the Hurricanes. Well, nah, I'm not surprised. No, I'm not surprised.
Now though, cocaine is
Shout
rushing
out to
through
Willie
my
Falco.
shout out to Willie Falco. You guys ready to get started with halftime? Let's get it.
We're at the midway point. Please enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. Weezy is back with his Week 15 NFL Top 7 Power Rankings.
Well, I got 2 more.
Okay, let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Let's get it.
All right, this week's top 7.
Mm.
Bear with me here. Number 7. They won 2 games in a row, man. They look good on Monday night.
Yeah.
The LA Rams.
LA
At number 7.
Number 7.
Number 6. We bounced back after the bye week, came back, won a game at home. The Tennessee Titans at number 6.
That's bullshit. They're not
They
top
beat
7.
Jacksonville.
They beat
They
Jacksonville.
better beat Jacksonville. I respect that though. They still top. What,
There's
number
not
2?
5 teams that have a better record.
That's
than
what I'm
Tennessee
saying. You right.
Titans in
No,
the
what
NFL.
I'm saying is they put old yellow out the pack.
It's not. I'm just saying it's a division game.
You can't
That's
ground
true.
them for
That's
that.
the division game. It's the division game. You gotta give them.
Number 5, the New England Patriots. They win the 6th in a row and coming off a bye week.
The Patriots coming off a bye week. Okay.
All right, number 4.
Number 4.
Another one is a 7 in a row, and they rolling now. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs roll.
And
Chiefs, yeah. Getting hot at the right time.
Yes,
for
sir.
sure.
number 3.
3.
They dropped down 2 spots. The Arizona Cardinals.
They dropped down to. Can we talk about Kyler Murray? He looked like shit.
That's a bad game for Kyler.
He looked like
He had a
shit.
bad game.
He looked like shit. He looked like shit. He looked
What,
like
what, what about all the other games he had?
That's true too.
No, he ain't played in a lot of games. Jeff
He
got
missed 2 games.
He didn't miss
Yeah.
more than 2
No, he
games.
did. He
Jeff,
missed
you ought
2
to be
games.
ashamed of yourself.
I got on my
Number
fantasy.
2.
Yeah, I bet.
Number 2. Tom Brady doing Tom Brady things, man. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at
No.
number 2.
No,
Yeah.
no. Kansas City higher than them.
I can't say.
Kansas City high. Kansas City's be number 1. Kansas City on fire.
Number 1 is Green Bay Packers, man. It's the number 1 team in the NFL.
Yeah, no. Mid. Yeah. Mid.
How can you say Kansas City?
Kansas City's number 1. They're on fire. Nobody's playing better than Kansas City Chiefs right now. Nobody.
Kansas City defense is smoking right
Yeah,
now.
for sure. They had Melvin Ingram. Been on fire ever since.
I will
Tom
have
Brady
them
ain't
two.
lost, dog. In like 5 games. What are y'all
That's not
talking
true.
about?
That's not true.
Who they lose to?
They lost 2. They lost 2 before they won these last 2.
Come on, man.
To who?
Yeah.
They lost to the football team and they lost somebody else. They lost. They didn't lost some game. They was on a
on the schneid.
They was on a schneid. If you want to cry on them, dog, really, this is what you're here for. And guess what? It's your power rankings. What I'm saying is, give me the Chiefs. Because you know what?
Last time.
Lead dog.
So we up out of here. You damn right. You guys ready to get started the second half?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
It's your man Big Jeff for the Full Sport Press Podcast. And make sure you check out the Full Sport Press Podcast each and every Monday on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, Spotify, YouTube, and of course, the SoundCloud page. Just search Full Sport Press Podcast. And always remember, camera's always on.
The second half is underway.
Second half HBCUs versus Power 5 show. Before we get started, I am Jehovah.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What it do?
Weezy, the first day of the early signing period for the class of 2022 is all but in the books. And easily the biggest shocker in the modern recruiting era. It's made us think, man, we need to talk about this in FSP style for sure. So even though there's still plenty of activity and drama still to come over the next 7 weeks, we're here to break down the current and future ramifications. This year's National Signing Day. The first thing we'll kick things off with. Number one, how big of a deal is Travis Hunter going to Jackson State University, HBCU, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being, not so much. We'll start with you, Jeff.
When in terms of HBCUs, it's a 10.
Mm.
This was a blockbuster. This stopped the sports world for an afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's all you could hear. You saw Florida State fans, the worst side of Florida State fans, burning Deion's jerseys. The Twitter guy, the guy in the Twitter room, had an epic meltdown on Twitter. So
For good reason.
For good reason. So for HBCUs alone, this was a 10 because you became the forefront of the sporting world for a whole entire news cycle. So I would say that. Now for Florida State, this is per the course for us for right now. This is Project Living. This is what happens when you extend a coach that shouldn't be extended. So for Florida State, it should have been a 10 if we were Florida State, but for us, it's like, another day in the office, it's a 7.
Yeah. As a Florida State fan, how you feel about that?
I feel horrible.
You feel horrible?
I feel horrible.
That's another one of y'all cornerbacks. Because listen, you guys, of course, Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Rhodes, going back further, Deion Sanders, Samari Rolle. You guys have had a lineage
yes, sir.
of corners, and this was another guy to do that.
Yeah.
As a new era guy to change the program.
Okay.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the equivalent of what I just said of like Alabama losing the top 5 running back. Because Florida State, they get the corners.
They get corners.
They get, safety. So that this is what they do.
Yeah.
And to get him to flip, that's like Alabama, Derrick Henry flipped on Alabama back in the day.
Most definitely.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, this is an 11. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is an 11. I mean, 2.5 years. This guy has been committed to Florida State. Yeah. Flipper players committed there so long. He came out.
He threw the hat, too.
Yeah, a couple of weeks prior to making this announcement. He said, Florida State fans, I'll be there. Don't worry about a thing. Yeah. Help is on the way. Yeah. And for Coach Prime to do it to his alma mater, that stings a little bit more because you guys had a chance to hire said coach and went with Mike Norvell, who just got an extension. So to be clear, though, this kid is a special talent at the cornerback position, a winner. But I think he's a winner in this because now he's the hottest ticket in town. In a spot where let's just keep it a band. He's going to be the best player at that level day one.
He's going to be up there.
He's going to be up there.
Yeah.
At wide receiver or at corner. Yeah. So, man, but the good thing is you guys still end up with a top 20 class. But losing a high-rated player like that, that's tough. And I think this will slide into, some more players coming as well as far as transfers.
It's going to be a snowball effect.
Snowball effect for sure. Dang, man. I think. Sorry,
just move on.
Yeah, for sure. The next question, should Deion be nervous about Power 5 coaches potentially trying to ruin this for HBCUs?
So, yes, to kind of speak on what you just said, right, about how this could be like a domino effect, more so along the lines. Like, you think about it, he had 2 4-stars last year.
It's true.
At Jackson State. He had 2 4-stars. We have one of them is his son. I get it. But that still was a kid who was committed somewhere else and said, no, I'm going to Jackson State. Then you win, go 11-1 and win the championship. And it's like, oh, he's really building something here. Yeah. He's built some, not building, he's built something. Let me go add to it. Now this becomes cool. If you're a Power 5 coach that's on the fringe, that's trying to get into the playoffs, that's trying to stay relevant, that's trying to keep your team afloat, you're looking at this like, this is affecting my livelihood.
Yeah. That's true.
Deion should be worried. If
Yeah.
he keeps this up, he should be definitely be worried. You rock the boat, you people start coming after you.
For sure.
I mean, this is but this is the attention that he wanted. This is positive attention to me. It's positive attention. That's what you want. I mean, the Nick Sabans and the Davos, they worry about this all the time. So now, Deion, you're part of that.
Yeah.
You part of it. I don't. I mean, he probably should be nervous, but it's part of it in this game.
Yeah.
I think he's doing great.
This is the thing with Dabo, though. He came out and said it's a cesspool. They got to fix this, things of that nature. Because at the same time, he lost his OC the same day. And on top of that, a week before, he lost his defensive coordinator to take the head coaching job at his alma mater. So losing coordinators is something that happens when you're winning. But for Dabo to lose 3 commits, all from IMG, all Power 5, 5-star guys, and the deliberate recruiting that Clemson does, and for them to fall off as far as they have in the last 18 months.
They're in the top 10 right now.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So when Power 5 teams aren't winning and they're starting to whine, changes will come. I think he'll switch some things. I think they'll push to kind of switch the National Signing Day to just one day in February.
Yeah.
And also make it a dead period during the time where people's coaches are being hired. The dead period that we're talking about. So you put 7, maybe 3 to 4 weeks.
Kind of level it out a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when people are being hired, it kind of gives them a chance to get the ball rolling as well, for sure. Anything else about that? Y'all good? Okay.
Good.
Let's move on to the next question. Should or will another HBCU hire a person like Deion Sanders? And if so, who? We'll start with you, Weezy.
I was thinking about this. So, if so, what about Shannon Sharp?
Sterling. Shannon Sharp. No, he said he can't do it. He don't have the patience. Yeah. He went to Savannah State. He's like,
That's
I
what
can't
I was
do
thinking.
it. Yeah. That's
like
a good one, though.
Yeah.
I like where you're going with that because, all right, let's go ahead and say it because our school attempted to do this, right?
But no, they did it.
And he had to hit a
But
decent
the thing
season.
about it is Deion is prime time.
It's prime.
It's prime time. Like that means something to your parents. And he's cool enough to where the kids still know what that means and they see the highlights. And then he comes in the room talking like he talk. He can win over a couple of kids that way. It takes a special individual to do that. Shannon Sharp is somebody who could, but I don't think Shannon Sharp's making too much money. He's living too comfortable. To go into that, to go into coaching and want to do that. Thing about Deion is he's been coaching with those prime prep and all those things with Under Armour. So he's used to being in that grind and do something like that. So it takes a special type of individual for HBCU to hire. I don't think you can catch lightning in a bottle for this twice. I think you should hitch your wagon to Deion and hope he doesn't get approached by a Power 5 school, which we're going to talk about later.
Yeah. The only person I think that could do this the way that Deion did it with bells and whistles is somebody like Ocho Cinco. He could do it. He's a huge Florida A&M donor. He always talks about the black college experience. He wishes he would have went there, things of that nature. But he can't coach and he won't coach.
That's the thing.
You got to have somebody with teeth in the game, like you mentioned, Jeff. Prime coach, high school, 6+ years, learned the ins and outs of recruiting. Yeah. Moving up to Jackson State was a great first gig for him because he could, battle, kind of figure out, okay, I can do this and I can't do this on that at the FCS level. It's like a practice before the real job. Here's the thing, though. Travis Hunter has to kill down there. Yeah. He has to kill down there. Yeah. That's point blank period. He can't just be good. Yeah. He has to be great. And the future of this happening as far as HBCUs getting these Power 5 kids will delve off how great he is at the FCS level, because it'll go right into the question we're talking about, how people make it hot. Oh, well, you can come transfer. You just down there wasting time. Come to Clemson. Come to Florida State. They'll love
when you say he has to kill. So you mean he can't give up 4 touchdowns?
He has to dominate. Like, clearly, heads and shoulders, the best player on the field, defense or offense, whatever he decides to play. He has to kill for this to work, for sure.
I disagree.
What do you think? So if he goes out there and is mediocre, and
now,
he doesn't get drafted.
I'm not saying mediocre, but I'm not saying he didn't have to be defensive player of the year. I'm not saying that.
No, he has to be.
He has to be in the running.
He has to be up there.
Yeah.
No, we've seen players come. Was Lamar the defensive player of the year?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah. He was all conference.
But I don't think you have to be the best player in the whole entire HBCU.
But
because you're still gonna, I mean, they're still gonna measure him off his measurements and all that. He's gonna test out the gym anyways.
Yeah.
Are we sure? Because we haven't seen a player of that caliber go to FCS level and see how the progress as far as strength and conditioning.
Yeah, but you can't put that much pressure on the kid. Man, you can't give up no touchdowns because you're supposed to be the best. Anything can happen.
That's true. What does Jeff always talk about? Player development.
Yeah.
So if he goes down there and develops into a mid-major player, and it
backfires.
It backfires. He has to be an NFL caliber player leaving there his junior year, 100%. Or this doesn't work at all.
So he has to be a top 5 pick.
Now I wouldn't say that. He just have to be a lottery pick because he's the second number 1, number 2 player in the entire country. Those guys usually go on. Jalen Ramsey's. Who else was good like that? Minka Fitzpatrick. Yeah. Those guys go on to be lottery picks, top 10 picks. He has to do just that because they're saying if he goes to Florida State, he would have been this, and this. Mm-hmm. He's down in Jackson State.
They don't know if he can be developed.
He's regressed. He's not developed. Yeah, for sure.
I got you.
Yep. That's a good question, Weezy, for sure. Let's move on to the next question. Where we at? Okay. Will Deion Sanders stay at Jackson State to see Travis Hunter potentially go to the NFL?
That's 3 years, right? 3 seasons?
3 seasons.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because the reason why I say it's going to be tough is because eventually one of these larger schools are going to say, because if he wins the SWAC one more time, it's like, wait a minute. He's done something. Now I know I say he's built it, but they're going to look at it now like, oh, he's building something incredible now. So let's go. And one of those boots is going to say, man, this Deion can recruit. Picture Deion recruiting in Florida or Miami or Texas or school. I know these schools don't need coaches right now.
Nah, but
I'm just throwing names.
Picture 2 years. Come on, man. They 1.5 year away from hiring.
Come on,
Deion.
Man. That's what I'm saying. So I think it's going to be tough if he keeps this level of winning up. It's going to be tough for him to be there that entire time to see this kid. And that's also why transfer portal is real.
Yeah. I think this question is unfair because everybody's for sale. That's prime time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and money talks.
Yeah.
Money talks.
Yeah. I mean, but what if you're already rich, though?
Yeah. Money talks. So he wants to, if Baylor comes at him, hey, we got you $20 million, we're going to buy your house, he's gone. He's gone.
The thing about it, though, is that...
And then you can't blame him for that.
No, you can't.
And after today's work, because the kids are leaving, you can't blame them for that. That's just going that's the emotional ties that coaches and players have to understand. This is a business. I know I'm there for you. Yeah. Call me if you need me, and you too. Call me if you need me. But it's a business on both ends. You're not getting playing time, you can leave. I'm getting more money here. I got to go do what's good.
But the emotional ties that you're referring to is a coach that
promised the kid that he'll be there.
That and also no, I'm saying usually coaches in this situation don't already come in as millionaires, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to become millionaires and they're hitching their ride as far as what they're doing,
especially
at that level.
Yeah, like, coaches at that level.
Right.
But coaches like prime time, they always think they can do it at a higher level.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah, I can do that here. You know what I'm saying?
I think he will stay there until his son is done, and also Hunter, where they'll kind of be there together.
Yeah,
for sure. I think it's last year he'll get a QB to transfer in that didn't work out at one of these Power 5 schools for the last year and ride out in the sunset to take a Power 5 job while his son goes and plays in the NFL, God willing, and Travis Hunter as well leaves and goes and takes a big gig because I think they'll be hitched together as one.
Yeah.
I would hope he could stay forever and continue to, build up HBCUs. But the reality is, like Weezy said, it's only so long you could be down there and not have Baylor calling Florida State.
Writing a blank check.
Oh, man, for sure. In order for him to grow, he has to go to the Power 5 situation. But he is leaving the program and HBCUs in a better place.
That's the thing.
During these 3 or 4 or 5 years that he'll be there. So,
God forbid, not God forbid, because anything can happen, but if one of them Texas schools call him, he lives in Texas. Yeah. So one of them SMUs, Baylor.
I don't know about SMU.
I don't think he leaves for SMU. I think he leaves for Baylor, Texas A&M, something like that.
That's money. That money I'm telling you.
And Deion you also got to think too. Deion is an Under Armour guy through and through.
Yeah.
Like Jackson State was a Nike school. He flipped them to an Under Armour school the day he came on campus. So I think he would hitch himself to something that is an Under Armour school, and there's a bunch of them that's out there. Yeah, for sure. The next question. How can Power 5 programs reverse this trend, Jeff?
Deion is cool.
Yeah.
Deion talks the big game and he walks it too. Power 5s are tradition, but they also, let me say this again. People underestimate Nick Saban for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's cool. Nick Saban's going to come to your house. He's going to recruit you. He's going to do the lecture slide with your parents. He's going to know what your mom cooks. He's going to know all these little nuances about you. That's why kids love going there. Kids love, that's why those those commercials that work with Saban and Prime, they're one and the same.
You know,
they walk in the room. They control the room. They're able to talk to your parents a certain kind of way. They're able to win over you, your whole family.
Sure.
Power 5 schools have to embrace that. That's why you have recruiters like James Franklin at work, the stuff like that. So yes, Power 5s can reverse it because you have the tradition, but you also got to have that coach, man or woman, that can walk into a room, that recruiter that can win over houses and continue to do that. Because Prime is a juggernaut.
Oh yeah.
Your parents know him. Your big brother know him. Your big brother had the shoes. Your cousin had the shoes. Had the jersey, and your mama probably liked them.
Yep.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah. That is like a bunch of different generations.
But I'm gonna tell you how the Power 5s are going to reverse it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna make you happy right now. You're top 5. You're 5-star quarterback, right?
Sure.
I mean,
That's me. I'm definitely a top 5.
Here we go.
Power 5 quarterback.
All right, you're 5-star quarterback.
Sure.
You got Florida on your list.
Sure.
And Florida A&M. You talked to Florida A&M already.
Yeah.
You talked to Florida. I can guarantee you in an NIL deal, $70,000 a semester. I can guarantee you if you keep your grades up, 3.6, 3.7.
Is that enough? You just told me an offensive lineman got $50 million. What we
Nah,
talking
50,000. I ain't say 50
about?
million.
50,000 a lot though. I mean, I need more than that.
I'm giving you $70,000 a semester.
I mean,
50,000 for a teenager.
yeah,
Fresh out?
50,000 for an offensive lineman. I'm QB1. Look at me.
Jill, I talk to you. I can't talk to
I
him.
need 100.
I
To
can't
the
talk
house.
to you.
Yeah,
I can't
I'll
talk
take
to
the
you.
QB.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's how they're gonna start guaranteeing this money.
Yeah,
They're guaranteeing it.
Yeah.
Legally now.
Yeah. The only way Power 5s can kind of compete with this shit, they got to find a way to hire black coaches. They got to find a way to hire black ADs. It's the only way. 75% of football teams are African American. So since 1981, there's only 39 black coaches and 29 ADs that are black. That's less than 10% of each of those positions, dog. 30 of the 65 power programs have hired a black coach. In their inception, literally, 30, dog, has ever had a black coach. 20 have hired a black AD. It's glaring. You got to find a way to get a person that's leading these young men, not just the coach or the AD, but the entire program as a person that they can look at and say, hey, you know, this is somebody, I know this guy. I can relate to this guy. And that's the way to go about doing it. That's how they fix it, for sure. Yeah. You don't care about the black coaches getting gigs?
No, I'm not saying that. I ain't saying that.
Nah, I'm giving you a hard time. The next question. This is tough. Can this happen in college basketball?
100%. I think it can. They just got to come there.
Who has a loaded question?
Very
Picture
low.
this. Penny Hardaway doesn't go to Memphis State.
Okay.
Penny Hardaway goes to Tennessee. No, not Tennessee State. Penny Hardaway goes to Jackson State.
Jackson State, right?
Or Grambling.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. If Penny Hardaway doesn't go to Memphis, that's
What
not-
the hell are you talking
What are
about?
you talking about?
Don't even respond to that. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If Penny Hardaway doesn't go to Memphis
Yeah.
and he goes to an HBCU, this is already in motion.
So his great five that he brought together: Boogie Ellis, James Wiseman, Damian Ball, DJ Jeffries, Malcolm Dandridge, Quinez, and 6 guys.
Before you do that, right? I'm gonna stop you at just one.
Yep.
He just brings Wiseman to an HBCU.
Yeah.
The reason why Wiseman didn't finish his season because all the stuff that played out because of him going to Memphis and tampering. If James Wiseman goes to Southern, that stuff doesn't make the news. But you got James Wiseman at Southern and playing college basketball or Hampton.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
I'm with you, but I'm saying I don't think the block ain't as hot as it was when he went to Memphis. It was too much. It was too much. Him coaching him in Memphis, him moving to Memphis, all those things that went on. Go ahead,
Jeff. So when that happened, right?
Yeah.
All of that happened, and they put the magnifying glass on the program.
Yeah.
The day this kid Travis Hunter signed with Florida State, what they say? Oh, he got $2.5 million, $1 million
Yeah.
from Barstool.
Yeah.
And Deion said it wasn't true.
And Deion said it wasn't true. So what? So what's going on? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're going to find a way to say, hey, wait, why in the hell is this person going here? I'm gonna give you a great example too. You remember McCoy Maker?
Yeah.
The kid, it's Thon Maker's cousin.
He went to Howard.
You're right, yeah.
He went to Howard.
Yeah.
They first game. Do you know who they played against? Belmont University. Big Moose, Mike Miskukis, whatever his last name is, from Belmont, absolutely killed this kid.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
He wanted to. You could tell he was doing it on
he
purpose.
ate this kid for lunch,
Yeah.
right? McCoy Maker never played another game in Howard.
Yep.
He is now playing overseas in Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
A Power 5 kid will never, ever go to an HBCU because of shit like that. It'll never happen.
Well, the
It'll
thing
never
is-
happen. He ruined it for him.
I think
I'll
it
say
would happen.
I'll shoot HBCU colleges some bail only because maybe he just wasn't nice like that.
And that's the thing
And
is,
it's a reason why he didn't bounce back from
Jeff,
that.
he was a lottery pick.
But here's the thing. We just expedited the process.
Yeah.
So when if he'd have went lottery, he would have flushed out of the league quick.
This kid would have went to Duke, wherever the hell he was gonna go. He goes he goes to Howard. He goes to Duke, he's getting exposed, and it would say, hey, he's at Duke, he can't play in the ACC. But this kid can't play in the MEAC.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, if you can't play in the MEAC.
Right.
You see, so in turn, they know what Hersey Miller goes to TSU. His dad leaves and shits on the university.
Yeah.
That doesn't
covered
help.
that.
Yeah, we definitely covered that. That doesn't help the cause of this happening in college basketball.
But to answer your question, I think it could happen.
This is the thing that we have to change about HBCUs playing the OVC MEAC. I don't care where you play. You have to hoop.
You got to kill.
Them boys can play.
So how can you say if this boy don't go down here and kill
But-
at Jackson State,
but
you say that don't matter?
It's a difference in football. though.
I agree with
It's
that.
a difference in football.
I agree with that, Jay.
Football's more of a team sport.
Here's my thing, and I don't want to cut you off, Weezy. When we were growing up, Jay, basketball had players who were good. You had him on the team just to play defense. You had him on the team just because he could hit this mid-range jump shot. That's all he gonna shoot. Now, basketball, because it's such a year-round activity, year-round sport, everybody can hoop. Don't care what level you on, everybody got a hoop on their team. Now you have to do something exceptional. So that's why a kid like a McCoy Maker, who really wasn't that nice to begin with, but he came down to be a air quote savior.
Yeah.
That's why it gets exposed. That's why it hurts because if he goes to Alabama and does that's like, it works out. They was expecting him to be more
You
than
that
what he
5-star
was.
kid, right?
Mhm.
Quarterback, right? Jeff playing tight end. They double teaming Jeff out there. He 5-star, right? But I'm running right over 1-on-1. You hit me every time. You looking great. We're scoring touchdowns. It's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
But if we hooping,
If Travis Hunter don't go down to the SWAC and kill,
But-
they saying he can't go to the ACC and
Because
kill.
they gotta-
Damn sure can't go to the NFL.
But
and
see, that's the
kill.
thing though. They have to say that because if he goes down there and let's say he doesn't just jump off the page game one, they have to spin that narrative because God forbid more kids follow him there. He's messing up the infrastructure. So they gotta weigh it down on him. They got
I'm a top 5 kid.
grade on the curve. That's what it is. They grade
If
him on
I'm
the
a top
curve.
5 basketball player, I'm going to HBCU. I'm playing hard, play the best of my ability. I ain't gonna try to do nothing crazy. I'm playing a semester, and I'm getting out of there after the first semester if we lose, and I'm going with my agent and get this money. That's all it is.
This
it
is the
is.
thing, though, bro. College basketball, and that's the problem with people thinking that I can go to the OVC
And
or
just
go
kill.
to the MEAC and kill. Listen, I've seen some really good basketball players.
I didn't say go kill. I said
listen, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The OVC is very hard to kill in, dog.
I
The
agree with
the
you.
SWAC is very hard. The MEAC, bro, it's a really good
Everybody
basketball
can kill,
players
man.
there. Yeah,
I mean,
dog.
everybody could.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Everybody.
That's why I
can
said they
hoop
got
now.
they got to play
Yeah.
their best ability. They got to quit thinking they can go to OVC and just be
There's
a
no
Bubba Wells or
basket game,
yeah.
You got to have a skill set.
You gotta have a skill set.
And everybody has it.
Everybody, listen, to be an to play in the NBA, you got to have a skill set.
Right.
You got to be a defender, you got to be a scorer, or you got to be something. You just can't be an athletic
Or 7-1.
Nah,
anymore.
Or
That
you-
shit over with.
You can't even be 7-1. Just be out there no more.
No, hell no. That's not gonna get you in the league no more. No, you have to have a skill set. You have to be a special type of basketball player or football player to play in the NFL. They just not letting shit go by, and that's what I'm saying. Hunter, who is a great athlete, has to figure out a way to kill at this level, or else this can jeopardize the entire look of kids going to HBCUs for sure.
That's why I can get to my spot And
Okay.
Yeah.
stop me.
The last question:
My
in the
spot.
next 5 years, how many top 5 recruits will flip to an HBCU? Weezy, what you got?
5 years.
5 years.
I'm gonna say 1 a year, so I'm gonna say 5.
That's perfect.
I'm gonna say
Y'all
1
really
a year.
think so?
I think we are on the cusp of seeing the change that we wanted because we have a coach down there that makes it cool. The cool factor wins most of the time.
1 a year, and I'm lowballing at 1 a year.
Especially when it comes to like, it sucks to say this, but influencing young kids. What's cool?
Yeah.
Can I be seen on TV? Are my games going to be noticed? Dion has that whole program on TV, on ESPN2. Some of the games even on ESPN1, depending on when they play and who they play. He's getting national spotlight down there. So as a kid, you're thinking, do I want to go sit? So I want to go sit 2 years at a Power 5 school at Clemson, Alabama, and maybe play my sophomore year, or do I want to come here? Be around people who look just like me and administration who look just like me. And if you ever went to HBCU, man. Anyway, but at the end of the day, you get all of that, and everybody looks like you. You get that comfort of knowing that I'm gonna be okay. Nah, I'm going.
Here's the thing, though. It's not going to happen in the 2022 signing period. They're going to wait until to see what Travis Hunter does.
I got that.
It is dependent on his freshman year. I know it's a lot of pressure on that kid for the future of HBCUs. Because if he goes down there and just has a solid year, or he gets injured, because the thing is now, this kid can't get injured. Or they can't get injured. Because I'm telling you,
He's part of the game.
he cannot get injured, because if he gets injured,
won't
it
play no
goes
more.
to the narrative of you're going down to HBCUs.
Thank you, Master
and
P.
Thank you, Master
Thank
P.
you, Master P.
Thank you, Master P. That is the narrative now. Oh, man, you got to have the...
But that's football. You
No,
go out there and
you're
get your
not
bell
hearing me.
rung and twist your ACL. That would happen anywhere.
Oh, the fields at HBCUs are
I'm
up to par.
telling you,
the grass is
this
in the
kid has
best.
to make it out clean.
Yeah.
He has to be fine, because now with the narrative of Master P has set, it is now like, oh, okay, well, shit, I don't know if I can send my son or daughter there because he might get injured, because Master P's son got injured down there. And that was indeed
I sure hope
not
whatever
the
school he
case.
go to, we schedule him.
Who that? Oh, Hersey.
Whatever school he go to, we need to schedule him.
ICDC ain't got a basketball team.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks
for sure.
Yeah.
So in turn, I mean, that was great. You know what I'm saying? Seeing HBCUs. Again, congratulations to Jackson State. I wish you would have came to TSU.
Come on, Eddie.
But we ain't got a coach that can recruit.
Come on, Eddie.
Come
on, Eddie.
He ain't getting, I'm going
He
to
said
tell
he
you
can't
what.
coach. He said he can't recruit.
He can't recruit. This is the thing. The Simmons coach at Florida A&M, good coach. They did really well in the SWAC this year.
TSU did good this year.
No, I'm just saying it's not. Where the players, this kid,
did good
Prime
this year,
got some players that's gonna get drafted.
That's a difference.
I'm just
That's a
saying,
difference.
and they listen.
His first year's Prime, second year.
So what I'm saying is, he don't have 1 3-star.
Let's go, man.
He ain't got 3-star. He ain't 3-star.
You crowned him.
Oh, you know where that came from.
I was trying to do your thing.
Thanks for tweeting us with questions. Please tweet us with questions. Good God, Almighty. Lord, have mercy. Please.
What's wrong with this?
It's Christmas time, man. I've been on.
Please tweet us with questions.
Tweet us some questions, man, throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Man. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up on the YouTube page.
Ain't that funny, Jeff?
Oh, it is.
On
Nah,
the
it ain't
outside
funny. You ain't crying and shit. Ain't that
Please
damn
rate and
funny.
subscribe. More important, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Everything paid for.
Oh,
baby.
he just
gotta
gonna
wait.
skip it. He's just gonna skip it.
But fuck it. Jeff,
Camera's always on, brother.
cameraman, the
We are
revolution.
out.
Damn.
Fuck it. We out.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on previous episodes, please check out the YouTube page and wherever you find your favorite podcast. Don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend.
The revolution will be podcasted.